My name is Prilandra Mizar. I am from class A and my student ID number is E1A025117. I am a law student at the Faculty of Law, Universitas Jenderal Sudirman. This video for the English for Law course taught by Mr. Mustasifat Habib Karyadi and Ms. Nisa Roisa. Today, I will explain and analyze the Grandma Minah case. What becomes the background of the case is a small incident that occurred in 209 in Dharmakradenan village, Banyumas. The case starts when a 55-year-old woman, she name is Minah or Grandma Minah, picked 3 cocoa pods from a plantation owned by PT Rampun Sari Atan. She did not intend to steal for profit. She simply wanted to use the seed for planting in her garden, even though she immediately returned the pods and apologized to the plantation foreman. The company decided to report her to the police. The main legal issue is whether Grandma Minah's action of taking 3 cocoa pods, valued at approximately 2,000 rupiah, should be prosecuted under criminal law, and whether the strict application of the law in this case contradicts the principle of restorative justice and the sense of public fairness. To understand the legal standing, we must look at the relevant laws. According to Article 362 of the Indonesian Criminal Code or KUHP, anyone who takes an item which wholly or partly belongs to another person with the intent to possess it unlawfully is guilty of theft and can be sentenced to a maximum of 5 years in prison. Furthermore, the applicable legal norm in this case also relates to the protection of private property right owned by corporation. However, we must also consider the Supreme Court Regulation number 2 of 2012, which was actually issued after this case to adjust the limits of the like theft, suggesting that case involved such a small value should not necessarily go to full trial. The Purwokerto District Court sentenced Grandma Minah to 1 month and 15 days of imprisonment with a 3-month probation period. The court's decision is questionable due to its rigid adherence to legal formalism. While the judge correctly applied the law is in a literal sense, because the elements of death were technically met, the judgment appears to be flawed because it failed to consider social benefit or dual majesty of law. I personally disagree with the prosecution decision to bring this to court. The authorities failed to properly address the human element of the law. As the presiding judge, Ridwan Mansur, famously wept while reading the verdict, it was clear that the law was sharp at the bottom but blunt at the top. The court was forced by the law to punish her, even though the punishment served no real purpose for society. This case carries heavy social implications. It becomes a symbol of the death of common sense in the Indonesian legal system. This decision sets an important standard for the public to demand a more progressive legal system. It sparked a national conversation about restorative justice, where small disputes, especially those involving the poor and elderly, should be settled through mediation rather than criminal trials. To conclude, while Grandma Minah was technically guilty under Article 362 of the KUHP, her prosecution was a failure of the legal system to uphold the spirit of justice. Law should not only about certainty, but also about humanity and fairness. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention.